What is up, guys? Paypen back and at it again with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about the new Rising Nations update on April 3rd, 2025. If you have any further questions while I am explaining this update, please feel free to explain yourself and ask me stuff in the comments section down below. This update is pretty hard for people who can't understand it, and that's why me and other Rising Nations YouTubers are here for. We are going to explain to you how this update works in a couple of minutes. So, if you do not mind, I suggest you subscribe to the channel, possibly like the video if you like it. It helps me a lot, and you'll directly be supporting my goal of reaching 20 subscribers by the end of April. Thank you. Anyways, let's say if I wanted to play as a country such as United Kingdom. First thing of this update is, as you can see by this button, investments. Now what investments are, as it says in the update description, these are projects that allow you to gradually develop a country over time in exchange for political power and resources. These can provide substantial temporary buffs to the selected cities. Now what I just said is, these are investments. What investments are, basically, in more explainable terms, are you can give private companies, private people different things such as resources, whether they be raw or produced. Is that a word? Produced. You can also give them money for it. As you can see right here, Valor Summit Global. Valor Summit Global seeks to improve access in the region by proposing to fund new rail networks. This will result in extra infrastructure in 4 cities. These cities will get the following modifiers of increased investments for about a year. Tax income will go up slightly. What they need for it though will be $38 million, 2 units of oil, just about, I guess, motor parts which we do not have, and steel which we do not have. They also need 12 political power. Now if we had those things, we could select this, and as they say below, we can get these following modifiers with, the result will be infrastructure and the following modifiers of increased investment for a year, which is going to be slightly more tax income. Now this can be good for the start of the game, population, yep, this can be very good for start of the game. You can go ahead and get a lot of investments down for very cheap prices down to start a game. Some cities cost more than others, some stuff costs more than others. Now what I think is the most cool and absolutely insane thing about this update are over here in the laws section. We have varying amounts of monarch power, as what say in the description of the updates. These are conditional laws that allow a monarchy to be established to varying degrees of power. Now what this basically means is you can have a monarchy in your nation now. Rising Nations, I've been waiting for Rising Nations to add monarchies in the game for a while, but now you finally have. I can finally stop complaining. Alright, so every base nation in the game starts off as a non/ceremonial monarchy. Costs 50 political power. You can go on to constitutional, gives you all these modifiers listed below, and it costs 125 political power. And you can go on to absolute, which lists all the modifiers below, and you can not be a democracy, democratic, liberalist, or socialist state. It costs 250 political power, as does the first degree of ideologies do. Also, you cannot have a monarchy if you are communist. There are also different ideology-dependent laws for different nations, as listed below. Liberalism/democracy gets democracy style. Nationalism/fascism gets state doctrine. Socialism/communism gets collective theory. Now, I'm going to explain here soon. I'm going to toggle. I will make sure that every country gets 250 political power. Let's see if I want to be Germany. For whatever reason, I can go into laws, select, actually ideologies, select nationalism, flag will change. But now I will soon have a new dependent law on that's exclusive to nationalism and fascism called state doctrine. Now this gives you different buffs based on the type you choose. Corporatist gives you this and it costs 75 political power. Generic gives you this, costs 75 political power. And phalangism gives you this, costs 75 political power. You cannot have religious emphasis law or state atheism. You cannot have state atheism on religious emphasis if you want to be phalangist. You can only be nationalist or fascist. And let's go to a nation such as Democrat nation. Over here, Japan. We can go to laws. We have a democracy style, which is exclusive to liberalism or democracy. Parliamentary gives you this, cost 75. Semi-presidential gives you this, cost 75. And presidential gives you this, cost 75. Pretty straightforward and pretty simple. Now we go into socialism / communism, which will get a little bit more confusing, as you will see soon. Ideologies looks like socialism, and we go into laws. Collective theory has been unlocked since we are a socialist nation now. We have different types called Maoism, Marxism, Leninism, Stalinism, and Trotskyism. All different buffs listed below. All cost 75. Yep, we are complete with this part of the update now. After this, I believe we have a ton of formables and different missions, as they're called, listed below. We have releasables as listed below, and new titles such as the Revelator from Sign of America, Shogun from Tokugawa Shogunate, and I believe it's pronounced Tlatuani from Simanowak. Expanded alright, these are extra changes to the game, miscellaneous, expanded and more distributed phosphate deposits. The internal market raw resource demands have been halved. So that means, let's say I go to Albania, go to resources trade, copper. Now what this was before was probably 9, but now I only need 4.5 copper to give to my internal market instead of just 9. Pretty good update. And also you can now scroll to the list of current wars if you have enough wars ongoing. So let's say you have all these nations down here below. There's going to be a scroll bar so you can piece out different nations. Alright, that's basically the entire update of the game. I appreciate you for sticking out this long into the video. Thank you for watching. If you still haven't, make sure you like and subscribe. Really helps me a lot. You'll be supporting me directly. And goodbye. Pigpen out.